Well, hello everybody, and welcome to this video series on the Lower Alabama Railroad version 2.0. Come along with us as we take this N-gauge layout that's running around on the kitchen table and turn it into a 36 by 80 inch layout complete with scenery, train yard, turntable, village, trolley, and a river. So come along, enjoy the ride.
Well, hello, Model Railroad fans, and welcome to episode 3 of the Lower Alabama Railroad 2.0 rebuild into an N-scale layout. Over the last few weeks since the last video, I have still been in acquisition mode. And with the addition of the pieces that I'm going to show you here in a minute, I have got everything that I need to do my original plan. This is a 36 by 80 inch layout. Now, I say that I have everything for that one. I have also been busy using SCARM to come up with a couple of 4x8 layouts that are intriguing and may end up being used. I don't know yet. Right now, all construction will be at a halt after this because my son and his family have moved in with us while they're waiting to get their house sold and get a new house. Once that's done, then my wife is going to go through and rearrange everything in here. And based on her rearranging and what negotiation I can do with her, I may be able to fit the new railroad in our guest room. And at that point, then I will decide for sure whether or not I'm going to go with the layout I just showed you with the 36 by 80 or an enlarged version that goes 4 by 8 and looks like this. Yeah, essentially it's the same, just bigger. The rail trolley line is bigger. I have moved the little trolley house over to the rail yard and rearranged the rail yard some. If I go this route, I have a few more pieces of track to buy. And if I go with one of the other 4x8s, I'm going to have quite a bit more track to buy. So that remains to be seen. But for now, we're going to go on the assumption that I have all the track that I need. All right, so the parts that have come in, I've got the last of the curved track that I needed. Got 2 uncoupler tracks, some bumpers. I'll have one left over. These 2 will be in the rail yard and they're lighted, and this will be in the back of the trolley house. This was a couple of 62 millimeter straight sections that I needed. And then I got this really cool piece. This is a 3D printed railroad bridge. Got my little cars on it. Got a nice road surface and a stripe. And this is exactly how it came. And then got the 2 support pieces. Additionally, my cycling buddy Andreas surprised me with a couple of 3D printed houses. They're pretty cool. And they're set up where I can put a sticky light on them so I can light these things up when I get them painted up. Andreas is also the gentleman that printed out my water tower. And while not necessarily needed for the build, I scored a couple of eBay victories. I got this Line auto rack and a Southern Pacific auto rack. Now, here where I live, CSX is the main rail line, and they have a main stretch going into downtown Mobile to the port area, and you always see on the sidings row after row of the auto racks, so I had to have some. And now, this is the biggie. This came yesterday. This is my DIGITRAX Zephyr Express DSC 52 Digital Control Center. This arrived yesterday. I have not even peeked in the box, so we're going to do it together. Well, that's assuming I can get into the box. There we go. Like I said, you're seeing this for the first time, just the same as me. And here's probably the most important piece right now. This is the quick guide. This has been in the planning for a while, and I've downloaded the full manual, and I've read through it most of the way. I know just about enough to be dangerous. But for what I'm doing today, since I do not have a DCC equipped locomotive yet, the start guide's all I need. Next out of the box is the command unit. And that's very, very nice. And as I've read online, and I can concur now, all of the controls are very smooth and very positive. Pretty neat. And I have read enough to know that when we get ready to go, here and here, this port, that's where I will wire the power to the track. And then here and here, that'll go to the programming track, because I will have a separate programming track. And then this and the ground, this jump 1, and I can actually use jump 2 as well. But jump 1, I'll be able to plug in here, tie my original Kato power supply in, and use it as a second throttle under the DCC. Pretty cool. Let's see what else we've got in here. Here's my power supply. And here is the manual. I will finish going through all of this as the time comes. So now what I'm going to do, I'm going to shut this thing off for a minute. I've got a little piece of track set up. I'm going to set up a little piece of track here on the table, and you will see it same as I do, be getting turned on for the first time and see if it works. Because in the booster here, the first thing they say is select and run non-DCC locomotives, and that's what we're going to do. So give me a few minutes to get this, get a track set up, and then we'll go from there. Okay, everybody, we had to do a little change of venue because even N-scale track was too big for the table that I was working on. So now, if you will notice, sitting here, here's the quick start guide showing me that we have the power pack or the control board power supply telling me before we start, throttle and brake set. I've now got it connected here. And one interesting thing here, this power strip pulls off to make it easy to get to the screws underneath, which I thought was kind of interesting. Now it tells me to turn on track power. So we are going to take and plug this thing in. Okay, I plugged it in, and now you can see that it's telling me my throttle's active. Oh, and my track status, power is already on. If I push this button, power goes off. Back again, power on. Now, since I'm running a non-DCC equipped, I have to set the machine to address 00. So I press locomotive. Okay, we got 00. Press locomotive again. And when I pull the throttle, we should be able to run. You're going to see this as I see it. Oh, look at that. It works. Little lights on. Going over there under the bridge. Across the rail crossing, which again, that's one that my buddy Andreas 3D printed for me. And this is just cool as it can be. It works. This is about as simple as it gets. Now I will be putting a DCC sound decoder in this locomotive at a later date, and I will have the option of, according to the instructions, of giving this an address, a 2-digit or a 4-digit. So I will be doing 4-digit because I'm going to use road or cab numbers for my address, and this particular locomotive has a cab address or cab number of 111. So that is pretty cool. And I just discovered that the brake and the reverse, well, the reverse does, but apparently with this being in DC mode, that really doesn't matter a whole lot. So there we go. We shut that off. And that's going to do it for this video. Probably won't be a whole heck of a lot going on for a while. At this point, I simply do not have room, even though I have got everything I need now. I do not have the room to start constructing the layout yet. But that will come, and I will bring you along for the ride. So until the next one, thank you for coming along. Bye.
The engineer has the high ball and it's full speed ahead. Thanks for watching. Please like, subscribe, and we'll see you on the next one. Bye for now.